Guardians, what's going on, guys? Sly here, back at it with another Leviathan raid guide for y'all, and with Prestige mode in full swing, I'm going to show you all how to tackle the first challenge in this week's rotation, and that is the Gauntlet challenge. For the most part, things are still pretty much the same, however, there are way more changes than the weekly update led us to believe. Now, if you're watching a Prestige raid video, that probably means you already know how to do the Gauntlet, and this heavily relies on you knowing the mechanics for normal mode all the way through. Now, if you're not sure how to do Gauntlet, then there are some awesome guides here on the PD YouTube channel that can get you up to speed before you tackle this beast. This raid is one damage sponge enemy after another, and they hit extremely hard. So teamwork is crucial in Prestige mode, way more so than in normal mode. So to be successful, make sure you're with patient players that know how to communicate as a team. That is the first step in being successful. Alright, so with that out of the way, now let's get into what's going on with Gauntlet. Basically, the changes are simply this. Number one, after every round, 2 new runners have to pick up the orb and run the Gauntlet. And 2, after the runner clears his or her gate, you're going to have an additional scion appear, 2 in total. The one that we're all used to, the counselor that spawns directly in front of the plate where the runner passes by, but then there's also a projection scion that can be found at a few different areas around the plate, but more on that here in a second. Now, there are various methods to running the Gauntlet and completing it, but this is the easiest method that I've used so far. This method is what I like to call the team method. So just like every other encounter within this raid, split up into 2 teams of 3. 1 runner per team and then 2 plate holders. The runner, dog, and sun are on a team, while the runner, chalice, and axes are on the other. The idea here is that you complete the normal mechanics of shooting each other's triangle. Have the pillar where the runner starts shoot the bottom of what is not called, and the plate to the right of where the orb spawns will always shoot the top of what's not called. These plates will always shoot those specific triangles no matter who is standing on them. For instance, I was on sun, and I always shot the top triangle of what was not called. My partner always shot the bottom. Once you guys have all of that settled, go ahead and start this bad boy up. The ads are very powerful here, guys, and the first runner needs to be helping out his 2 teammates. Throwing a pulse grenade at the spawn door as soon as you hear the gong is a great way to block off and kill the ads from that side for the first 2 spawns, allowing you to focus on the other side. Rockets work very well here, but so does a solar sword or merciless. It's totally your call, but the sword was pretty hard to beat. Once everything is clear, go ahead and start up the Gauntlet like normal, and be sure to pace the callouts. Have 1 runner call it out first, and then second call it out a few seconds after that, so you guys will not be talking over yourselves. Make sure everybody else stays silent. Even if you mess up, just suck it up and keep going. The runner will call out the symbol and row, and of course you team shoot the 2 that are not called. Once the runner passes through the first gate, there will be the normal counselor that spawns directly in front. So jump down like normal, go ahead and melee it. However, the added mechanic here is that there will be a projection scion somewhere in this area. They usually spawn on one of the 2 pillars to the left or right of the plate, or they spawn directly on the plate themselves. This is where your partner comes in. Once the runner passes through the gate, jump down, melee your scion, and then once that happens, you're going to hear the projection scion spawn in. Since your partner is already looking your way because he was shooting at your triangle, your partner will be responsible for your projected scion. This lets you focus solely on the counselor and making it back to the plate in time, ready to shoot the next gate. Now it simply switches. You have to help your partner shoot the triangle, he or she jumps down, then while you're looking towards your partner, listen for the distinctive sound that the projection sound makes as it spawns in, and then take it out, allowing your partner to focus on making it back to the plate in time to go ahead and reset. That is the only change during this part of the round. It's a simple rinse and repeat after that. But now, let's get to the second part of this. Everyone has to run the Gauntlet. The best way to do this is to have the first runner switch places with the closest plate. So since the orb spawns at dogs, the first runner will then switch places with the plate holder at dogs. When you switch, they should already know that dog plate always shoots the bottom of what is not called, and of course sun will be shooting the top. This will never change, so no matter who hops on the pillar, no matter what happens, you will know which pillar shoots what. It makes it a ton easier in case something goes wrong, which something probably will go wrong at some point in time. So now the jobs simply switch. Kill the ads as a team, clear out the yellow bars, then reset. Do the same thing while keeping an eye out for projection scions, because remember, one missed projection, just like in Callus, will wipe the entire team. After round 2, the second runner will now switch with the third teammate. Kill ads, team shoot everything, and help out yellow bars the best you can. Make sure you relay to the new plate holder which triangle you were shooting at, but they should already know depending on what plate they're grabbing, because remember, it doesn't change. Then you go ahead and simply run the Gauntlet. Now, as far as running goes, there are no new changes inside the Gauntlet in terms of individual running. However, after round 3 and you brought all 6 charges and slammed them down into the middle, you of course have to run as a team at the end. This is the only part of the Prestige raid and all of the encounters where things change for the better and they become easier. The only difference here is that there is one less orb to grab at each gate. So since you're already divided up into 2 teams of 3, there you have it. The first team will grab the first gate's 3 orbs and skip the second, then grab the third. The other team simply alternates. You're in teams of 3 already, and there's 3 orbs. This makes it super easy. Just be sure to call out in a calm manner which one you're grabbing, and since there are only 3 people going for 3 orbs, there should be 0 confusion. Guys, this is really easy. Prestige difficulty is the same as normal mode in terms of the end goal. You still need to get 9 total slams into the middle. So if every runner of every round makes it to the middle, then you only need 3 to survive at the end. If 1 runner dies, then 4 has to make it to the end. 2 runners miss, then 5 must make it, and so on. However, this method is so easy that no one should be dying during the team running phase. And guys, that is really about it. Once you get into the rhythm, it's actually very easy. The hardest part about this raid in general are the ads. The grenades are ruthless, and instead of a little health loss, 1 grenade will almost kill you. Get grazed once and 1 lucky grenade and you're dead. The ads are the hardest part of the Gauntlet, not the mechanic itself. The best thing to do is huddle up as a team in between your 2 plates and then just team shoot as much as possible. Have the runner always float around to help out their 2 plate holders. Use your super every time you have it. Healing Rift is a huge help here, as is the Towering Barricade with Alpha Loopy for Titans. Getting back some health saved me so many times. Now, as far as loadouts go, better devils all the way, guys. You can 3-shot Legionaries and 2-shot Scions. Of course, it takes you more hits if you get body shots, but it will take you almost a whole clip per enemy if you're using an AR or a scout. These health pools are ridiculous. Something with high caliber rounds also works pretty well. The stagger gives you precious seconds of relief when they stop shooting or throwing grenades at you, and that is very welcomed. Nameless Midnight, of course, also works well, as does Uriel's Gift, the Number, Gross Primus, Mida, etc. However, if you're using a hand cannon, you will want to throw on a kinetic reload mod. It will end up saving your life. But after you switching to Better Devils, you will probably not be switching back to anything else. That's how good a hand cannon is for this raid. Now, in terms of heavy, like I said, the sword did me just fine. 1 grenade and a few sword swipes and your major is taken care of. Merciless also works very well, but just be careful, guys. The major can and will destroy you pretty quickly, so be sure to attack only when you're at full health. But that is about it, Guardians. Once again, this is just like the first week of normal mode. You simply need to get into the swing of it. After a few tries, you'll be shooting triangles, then automatically looking for the projection, ready to turn around and shoot the next gate, just as if you've done it 1,000 times. Now, just as a word of caution, guys, if you die in the Prestige mode raid, not only will you be taking a token away from someone else to use as the revive, but yours will disappear as well. So if you die, you lose the ability to revive someone when you're back. This is a small but huge change, so always play on the side of caution. Alright, so good luck, y'all, and you got this. Prestige raid only drops shaders and armor. No new weapons, but the armor does look better than normal mode, so that's one thing going for it. Alright, Guardians, that is it for me. As always, thank you all so much for watching and for supporting my little slice of gaming heaven here. And if you need help with normal mode Gauntlet, I have an awesome guide up which you can find the link for at the end of this video. Now, if you're new to the nation, then welcome, my friend. Subscribe for more Destiny 2 coverage, spank the thumbs up only if you enjoyed yourselves, and keep those eyes open for the rest of my Prestige mode raid guides. But until then, this is your boy Sly, and I'll catch you all next time.